All right, so this video is going to be something a little bit different. And if you recall or saw in the last video, I was saying that I was having some trouble with the balance, basically. I felt that things were maybe a little bit off in terms of um, well, actually what triggered it was I was talking about how the steel smelter seemed to use too much coal, and that was probably just a bug when I was bringing the limestone. But I also was saying that I felt like the complexity of my solutions was a little bit limited. And what I would like to do is to have the balance be in such a way that I encourage complex and interesting solutions, right? And so there's sort of a trade-off. If I make the cost of things too expensive, then it's never worth it to uh, do anything complicated, to like hook up different industries, because just the infrastructure cost to do so doesn't pay for itself. Like you should just do the minimal thing to complete the level, and that's going to be best. Whereas vice versa, if you make the cost too low, right? If it's effectively zero cost to build tracks, then what you're going to want to do is also have basically a trivial solution where you hook everything up, but you never share any tracks, right? Because the the cost of having trains have traffic and contention is going to be something that's not zero, but if the cost of the tracks is zero, then just make more tracks that are independent, right? And so that's kind of a trivial solution in a different direction. So what I want to do is to encourage people to, or encourage solutions so that the optimal thing requires hooking up various different industries and also sharing tracks so that the tracks can't be too cheap. All right. So what I'm going to do in uh, this here is I have made some balance changes and I have no idea if they're good or not, but I'm going to just play test it and see if I can improve some of my previous solutions in a way that seems good to me. Um, and so one of the things I did was I actually made it easier to boost different industries. I don't think this really ever came up, but various primary industries you can increase the output of by like supplying. Previously, it was lumber, which needed to be created from the sawmill, but having like an industry chain like that, I think was like a little bit too onerous. So I say instead of lumber, that you'll provide wood, right? So if you provide now wood to a coal mine, it'll boost the coal production. If you, and the same thing for like clay pits and sand pits and limestone quarries. I think pretty much most of those type of mining things will take wood. And the idea is that it's like you are digging and you like put joists or I don't know, uh, like sort of like structural things to hold up a mine or maybe hold back the sand, whatever. Um, One thing is that I made trains much cheaper, right? So they're actually about a fifth of the price that they were before. The idea here is that having more trains leads to more complexity. There's no real problem with having a bunch of trains. The thing that I want to avoid is having just all the tracks connect everywhere. I thought the tracks were a little bit too expensive though, so I made them now 4/5 of the price. So that will still encourage you to like have trains share a track, or if you don't need many trains going to an industry, like maybe that you just have a single track instead of double tracking. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully this will feel a little bit better. Okay, that was a bit of a long intro, wasn't it? All right, so let's go back into London. All right, so my problem before was, oops, not the coal mine, the steel smelter. But here you can see that now it takes wood to make the coal. And so now it takes one coal instead of two coals with the limestone. Okay, so let's just run this and see how it goes. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's get near to the end. Okay. Yeah, so that's doing pretty well. I have more steel than the concrete now. So I guess that is doing well enough. Oh, my concrete factory. Oh, I have a buildup of concrete, so I need more trains. Oh yeah, so the question was, is this better than, oh man, how do I even get my previous solution? Because I was doing something where I didn't have the limestone, right? So what happens if I just delete all this stuff? Right, that was my question. Could I make this profitable? Like that, or that, that, or that. Okay, oops. So I got stuff I don't need. Okay, let's just delete all the stuff and see how it is now. 178591. Is it literally exactly the same price? The same score? 78591 versus 178590. That would just be funny. Okay, let's undo. We undo everything. Okay, so now we got all that stuff back. Okay, 174803. Okay, so it is a bit better to do this. Okay. And let's just check that. Okay, the scores did update. Okay, so it's a little bit better now. Good. But it's not significantly better, right? So let's just also see. Uh, oh, oh no, dang. Ah, crap. Okay. Yeah, so it wasn't a crash. I decided to run this from within the debugger, and I had a breakpoint, and it hit the breakpoint. Yeah. So that's resolved. Not a crash. False alarm. Okay, I just want to see like how expensive is this? Like realistically, like, having like a double track like that. Okay, so that's worse by 4,000, which is like, my previous thing, looking at this limestone was better by like 3,000. So it's on the same order. So I think that you don't want to just add track willy-nilly. So I think we're still in a reasonable place there. Okay, good. Right, so we need to deliver more concrete, basically. That's our limiting factor. Let's just confirm that again. We have a build-up concrete there, and yeah, more concrete. So how do we do that? We could make double platforms. Well, I guess I should. double checked. Yeah, we have a train waiting, so we need more platforms. Great. So how can we get more platforms nicely? The sort of nice way would be to hook it in up here so it goes through a switch, but that also takes more space. That'll be fine. I'll just do it. I'll do it. So let's cut our track and maybe move this over a little bit. There, that looks beautiful. And what do we need? We need a chain signal here. And then what? I guess we need a block signal. Wait, no, we don't need a chain signal. We need a block signal here. That ought to work. And then we can make our tracks here. Build some more platform. We can also potentially make our trains a bit longer. But I think double tracking is probably a good idea. Oh, I always do this. I forget to get rid of the signal before I start adding things. Okay. It becomes like so hard to select and move things. Okay. We should adjust these guys so it's not so huge of an intersection. And wait, didn't I have a chain? I have another chain signal. There's a chain signal here. Yeah, okay. And then block signal. That ought to be all right. 3. And use more trains. And right now it's only 4 long, but as I said, we can do that a little bit longer in the future, maybe, if we need to. But let's not forget again. Okay, that looks pretty reasonable. A chain signal entering, a free signal exiting, and a block signal there. And we need a bridge. Right, let's watch them come out in all their majesty. Oh, it's waiting. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. All right. This is, yeah, it's using both platforms. Better by another 13,000. Great. And you know what we can do is actually we could more efficiently unload over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how about we put this guy over to here, put this guy over to here, and so a little bit of a messy looking bit here. That's a big intersection. So maybe actually we should scoot these guys down to here. They'll unload a little bit slower, but might be worth it. Let's just switch this over. Maybe scooch a little more. All right, if that isn't a mess of an intersection, I don't know what it is. Yeah, but it works, I guess. Sure. Oh no, my bridge is in the wrong place now. Well, that's fine. Let's just drag you down. Whoa, 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 whoa. What happened? Filtering around. Oh, it's not long enough. Well, not even close to long enough. Okay, look, what if we nestle you in here? And we can put a little platform there. That's long enough now. Aha! Success. Okay, I got better by 131. Yeah, okay, that's better. What do you want from me? All right, well, let's, I guess, look at the state of things again. Okay, we have more concrete now than we do of steel. So I guess question one is, do we just mount another steel train? No. So what's worse? So let's play a bit more on trains, but it actually is slower. Interesting. Okay. Well, more trains isn't the solution. Not always. So yeah, perhaps. Now this here is short enough where, and we have few enough trains. I think that we might actually just want another parallel track. So let's move this stuff over here. Oopsie. Make another track over there. What went stupid, all right. I don't think we need any of these signals right now. I was thinking just to have these two parallel things, but that might not be really any better than what I was doing. Might have been a little bit dumb. But maybe not. And we can make these double tracked if we need to as well, or make them into loops and do something. And need a bridge. And let's go ahead and make a depot. And coal and what is that? 5. Where's steel? Okay, let's try that. Is it better? Worse? I don't know. Oh, we should make the sky weight on the steel. I noticed it started a little bit early there. Okay. We don't have excess steel. Good. How are we doing here? We still have more concrete. Worse. Well, actually, yeah, I dismiss these things. I don't look at them. Okay, so it's a little bit more expensive. And we're spending a little bit more on trains. Oh, wait. Wait. Okay, still a little bit worse. But yeah, we can't actually have 2 trains in this the way I set it up, because it's just a single track. Okay, well, let's do something different. Let's make a loop. All right, and for it to be a loop, we need to put some signals. Like one there and one there, I think. Question mark. There and there. And that ought to be good. Let's just make sure it works at all. Yes. It works beautifully. All right, but what we need is 2 trains. By picking up more than enough steel. I think actually this guy is not needed. So hang on here. So I pick up everything. Am I limited by something? I'm a little bit limited by the steel. So what do we need to do here? Maybe just deliver more stuff faster. Do we have, okay. So I guess the question is, can we boost it more? Right now we're pulling out all of the coal and iron that we can. These are not accumulating. How about this guy? Okay. So we could have another train here, actually. Looks like. But we're also we're rate limited here. Like this train's waiting. So we need another platform. Let me see one more thing. Okay, so this is empty. I'm a little bit not wanting to share the platforms though, because we do need the coal. So let's just add another. Every time I forget. Okay. Connect there. These guys can move over a little bit. Great. And I need a bidirectional signal there, and that ought to work. Let's get to the end. Okay, now we have a bit of an excess of iron ore. The thing we're running low on is coal, actually. We don't have enough coal there. But it is doing better. And how are you doing? Yeah, we're picking it all up. Okay, so that's a bit better. So now the question is, confirm our limiting factor is the coal, possibly limestone. And yeah, we're actually getting more steel now, but can we boost our coal production? And this comes into sort of my balance question of, is it worthwhile to hook up a forest toward these primary industries? Let's find out. And let's see here, this guy, I can move over here. Right. And you, I guess, go like this. How long did I make that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, make it 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, sure there. And we can just hook up a happy little wood train. And it fuels itself, so that's convenient. Oh, yeah, I need a bridge. Let's try again. Okay. So hopefully I have enough coal now. Yeah, oh, look at that. So much coal. So how we're doing here? Okay, excess of coal. Let's just run to completion. Better by a little bit. Okay. Okay. So it does pay for itself. That is good news. I'm very happy about that. And just barely pays for itself. So I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit too little of paying for itself. But it's not exactly like we've hooked up everything else here. So there's a nice forest there. I should probably delete the sawmill. Maybe I can change the sawmills into forests. I'll have to like rebuild the maps. So it's a little scary. I'm not gonna lie, a little scary. I'm afraid things will slightly move in position or something. I did try to make some ability to do that safely, but I'm not so convinced that I trust that it's correct. Okay, let's build a bridge here. Here's a little test. So I think that the wood-powered trains are a little bit slow, and so they don't care about the curves as much. Build turning around. Oh, okay. Okay, that seems to be working. So let's go here. Yeah, we've got an excess of iron ore now. Good. As it should be. So, how are we doing here? I'm not sure we're actually limited by the iron ore production. We may have had like enough trains. Okay, it's worse, but oops. So one thing is, I think we can have some more trains here now. Well, let's see how it goes. Okay. So I think 4 is probably good. Yeah. So the problem is here, I'm producing still faster. We're doing all right. We could deliver more iron. So that's not quite perfect, but we have way too much steel here. So now we need to boost our concrete production, I assume. So yeah, what's the main thing? We need more coal. Okay. And yeah, we have a lot of coal here. So what I think we can do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's enough. And we can try just having one train servicing these guys. Both of them. See how that goes. And so what should happen? Oh, okay. I think that we just do that. Because I think that what will happen is that when it's presented with 2 options, it'll just alternate between them. So let's confirm. Maybe speed. Okay, so it goes over here, and hopefully it'll come over here now. Okay, it does. So let's see, do we have, okay, we still have some coal, I think. How are you doing here? Okay, and you have enough coal. Okay, so we're good for the moment. All right, at last better. See, this is more like what I'm talking about. See, we're getting more complicated setup. Okay, now we want more sand, I assume. Maybe more limestone, honestly. How are you doing in terms of your limestone? So this is limestone to concrete. Okay, let's add another one of you. Okay, how you doing? Oh, interesting. Still on limestone, but we do have some concrete. We're getting a bit of a queue here, so we might want another platform. Could be. That really does seem like the limiting factor. Okay, well, let's go. But it is better. Okay, so I think we can make it even better. Betterer. Um, so we're at a stage now where I'm never sure with 3 what's better. I should probably just check. Okay, 0.2D. So there's one option, which is to do this sort of deal, which is a little bit more compact. It does make the workers have to go a bit longer distance for here. Well, let's see here. So, but it's fewer platforms. So if we're swapped, we'd need another platform, and then this would be over here, right? So the other option would be that it's like platform, platform, and then the track is here. So I don't know. It may depend on how loaded the system is. Maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it's just always better to have a platform between. Okay, but that's not backed up now anymore. And things are waiting here. But how long is it waiting? Is it like a long wait? Not too long. How are you doing? Okay, you have excess concrete. How are you doing? Okay, so actually we need to boost the steel production a bit. Better by 76. All right. Hey, it's better. And right, so what seems to be going on here with our steel? So it looks like the issue is we're not producing it fast enough, rather than um, not picking it up fast enough, and we need more iron. Now, how is this iron mine doing? Oh, it's got plenty. So instead of like trying to, well, I guess, yeah. Well, I think that maybe just another track here would be good. Do you think perhaps we can make a track over on this side? Oops, not there. Like this. Yeah, again. Like that. Because then, yeah, I have to go like over a bridge and stuff. Could be. There's the downside of like having to wait a little bit longer. Okay. Better by 411. Okay. That's good. Yeah, we still have plenty of iron ore. How are you doing? Yeah. So we can deliver more iron. And we need another train. Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah, another train's arriving. So just in time. We could even have another train because only one of these tracks is being used. Or platforms. Anyhow. It looks like we could still pump more iron over there. Ooh, worse. No, it's going slower. How is that possible? I'm going to do something a little bit silly here. Which is, let's allow the trains to go to both of the places. That's good. Yeah, it's too high curvature. May not really work out. Where is it? Oh, right there. Okay. We can just do the cut method. Okay. Okay, let's see how that is. Oh, that is better. How about that? So just loading the trains on to these initially a bit better was save some time. All right, so we still need more steel. Okay, we've had plenty of iron, but not enough coal. Okay, more coal. Let's try now. Worse, worse. Oh no. Okay, we don't have enough coal. Okay, so what we might need to do here is have another coal train. Okay, so I've got a question here. Can I do something clever? Can I have two trains and reuse the track? Why? Okay, so if I want to do that, let's put those signals. So if I want to do that, then what do I need to do? Just is it that? And make one train go one way and the other go the other? No, that's not. Because I need a free path. I test is like, is something like a little bit complicated, like trying to share a path worth it, or should I just do a trivial solution and make two entirely separate things? That's the question. I need to make these guys have different routes. You go here, and you go there. Okay, that seems to be working nicely. So let's wait. Okay. So the real question. It looks like I might be supplying coal there. These guys are gonna wait though. course. Now I have enough coal, but not enough iron. How are we doing here? Okay, we're pretty much getting all the iron we need to from there. How are we doing here? That is our limiting factor, right? Let's do the same thing we did before. And make some more track here. Here. So better by 15. Okay, that's funny. Okay, we still need more iron ore, looks like. But I'm out of limestone here. How are we doing in terms of limestone here? We're just about to run out, and oh no, I thought that limestone transfer from here and supply it. Okay, we need more limestone. That's what we need. Okay, but I didn't really investigate my question quite thoroughly enough, because the question was, okay, maybe I should save as test. And yeah, so maybe we just delete a bunch of things. Delete, 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 delete. Oh, okay. 149, 530. Save as test 2. Okay. Load test. Yeah. Okay. So this is better. Awesome. That's kind of what I want. See, this is a more interesting solution that tries to reuse some of the track, and it worked out better. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So I was trying to deliver more limestone. You're doing all right at the moment. You need more. Right? So yeah, limestone to iron. How many chains do you have? 2. So it would be nice to be able just to keep using this one quarry. I'm just having to wait a little while. We might need another platform here. And, okay, so option 1 would be like hook up this other limestone quarry. But option 2, so that would require like a fair bit of track. So I think that's going to be more expensive than just hooking up a forest to deliver wood here. So let's try that. Okay. Okay, and it looks like they might not be getting us backed up also because they're able to load faster. Because before the train's kind of waiting for the limestone to be generated. But it's backing up a bit. Yeah, let's try. Still worse. Okay, let's add another platform. And do you notice I remembered to move the signals first this time? Amazing. I know. Still worse. Oh, you know what? Oh. Let's see. I think that it's preferentially going here with the trains. Yeah, I think that is the case. It is a little bit loaded. I mean, it's nearly at capacity, so it's not as bad as it could be, but it's not great. How can we fix that? Well, I think we make the path shorter here. We could put a chain signal there. If we move this over a little bit. So you have a little bit more space to work with here. I think this is still a valid setup. Okay, no, that doesn't work. Okay. How about that? They'll not want to go to here. Okay, that actually did help a lot. Okay, let's see how it still works. We're still low on iron ore. But now our limiting factor is actually concrete. And it looks like we just need more trains. Yeah, better buy another 3,000. What are we doing here? Yeah, doing well. That's all backed up. I work away into the future. We still have more steel. We don't really have excess concrete. Hmm. Still. Okay, we're actually doing pretty well here. Yeah, so how do we boost concrete? We need more sand. What are sand pits doing? They're all tapped out. Yeah, we need to deliver more sand. Okay, so uh, yeah, let's have it be for long. And I think it's worth going a little bit further distance just to be able to unload. Oopsie. But I want to do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's. Oh wait. It's actually not great. And I think that actually if we just have one train, it's better to have it be longer. Oops. What am I doing? Maybe even 6 long. Let's make it 6 long. So this is 4, 5, 6. Is that correct? Okay. We've got plenty of sand now. Okay, a little bit better. Oops. How are we doing here? Got some limestone still. Okay, yeah, awesome. I'm pretty happy, I think, with how things are working now. I feel like these balance changes are good. Like this got driven to a more complex solution. I'm not sure that I'm tapped out, but I think we're getting it to a point where it might be harder to do better. We picked up steel faster, yeah, it wouldn't really help us. We have a traffic jams, not really. It does make me wonder, like, are all these bridges necessary? Like here, things are sort of going through each other here. Okay. I'll save this. Now let's try something. All this complicated stuff can be potentially just replaced with a single junction with signals. Is that better? If not, then maybe the cost of bridges is too high. Where was that going to? All of this. I'm gonna have to like redo all the little routing stuff here. It'll be a little bit tedious, but um, okay. So basically, what I need is this one is confusing because it's the opposite. And I just change that. Okay. So you go there, 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 you go there. And then entries get a only block signal. Well, the exits need a one-way exit signal. And then oh, yeah, okay, that's too short of a distance. Well, I have to keep track editing mode. Okay. So routing. Okay. Which sand are you? Okay, that one. You go there. Then you go there. Wood. They ever do I ever have any contention? No. Hmm. Test. Hmm. So right now I have the bridge costing 4 times as much as I think on the ground. Um, which might be too much. Maybe I should make it like twice as much. It shouldn't be the same price, but I don't think. Although if you think about it, even if it's the same price, you would be using more track as compared to like this just uses more track than my other junction. But still, I don't want to make it too cheap to use a bridge. So yeah, maybe a factor of 2 less might encourage bridges a little bit more. But I don't want to just always use a bridge. I'm undecided about this. I'm not convinced of the problem because I don't actually have like anything that looks like a lot of traffic backup here. So the question is just, is there a scenario in which a bridge is ever better? Like, does it ever matter? Um, so, like here, I can just put that down, lower that down, and just put some signals. Okay, put signal, 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 signal. There's not a whole lot of contention. Yeah, it's better. I keep on closing these things before I should. Okay, save as test 3. Load test 2 so I can see the difference. Oh. Okay. So, yeah, it does save time, but the infrastructure is just like so much because the bridges cost like an arm and a leg. They cost so much. And this does feel like a fairly high traffic area. Like I think that a bridge should make sense here. A thing I could also consider doing is making it so that trains carry less stuff, so you need more trains. But I don't know, that actually won't necessarily help because the trains are waiting on the loading. So I could make it so that the trains load faster, perhaps. Like if the workers carry more stuff or they move faster, so that the trains load faster, so that the stations aren't as much of a bottleneck. And so therefore you can have more trains traveling so that you get more traffic. Like, and the trains carry less stuff. So if the trains loaded twice as fast and carried half as much stuff, it would still take approximately the same amount of time to complete a level, except that you would have more traffic, which would slow things down. Okay, something to think about. Something to think about for sure. All right, I think that's it for the moment.